a fan first of just watching something where you're like, wow.
Well, if people don't know, if you don't know who I am, if y'all don't know my series right now, I'll tell you about it. Listen, my all-time favorite series of all time, and that's the series that really made me say I could do this, was Smallville. Smallville is
Really?
my, yeah, that's my favorite series all time.
I feel like
Uh,
every decent writer likes a CW show that they shouldn't like. That becomes like the reason why they think they can do this.
yeah. Listen,
Mine's is One Tree
when I
Hill.
looked at
That
it,
was one of the first TV shows I
One
was
Tree
like,
Hill,
yeah, that was one of the TV shows where I was like, yo, this is some really good writing. Like I just like clicked, like, oh, this is good writing. Yeah, this is they got some good storylines here. And I
yeah.
like the whole
Nah, One Tree
idea of
Hill is definitely
basketball
my
being in
show.
it. Right.
Exactly, exactly. Shout out Chad Michael Murray. That's one of my favorites right there. Chad Michael Murray,
Yeah.
Todd Welling from Smallville. Those are my guys.
Right.
I don't know them, but they are they are
No, no,
definitely
no,
make it work and
absolutely.
everything. Yeah,
So what about
but yeah, those are the shows.
Smallville made you feel that way? Was it the
Um,
storytelling or the way they were able to deconstruct the idea of Superman in a way that made it interesting to you?
yeah. So when it came down to Smallville, Smallville was just like it was so dope because they came out with so much things that was before their time. You know what I mean? Like all that special effects and all that stuff for a TV show to be shown in. Like
Yeah.
if you look at TV shows right now, they're not even on that level still, which is incredible for them to go ahead and do this. And it started in 2001, I believe. That's when their first episode started. So it's
Yeah.
just like for them to start then, like guys freaking we're in the future before the future. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it was
True.
really so dope, but the storyline of it too really just kept me engaged. And I always loved like my biggest, when I say my biggest celebrity crushes, Kristen Krug. Like, oh my goodness, that's the girl who played Lana Lang inside there. Oh my goodness. Oh, geez, such a fan. Uh, but her work is so amazing, and just like looking at her interviews, how in depth she is when it comes down to things, like she's
Right.
just really just so inspiring on like how she gets to these level of like acting and becoming the character. And then Tom too, Tom Welling, like I listen. I've done my research on these characters, right? On these people, not characters, on the people them alone, the actors that you know. Some of these people were just like they didn't even like acting or didn't even really like. It's just like it's acting is such an amazing art. You know what I mean? Like when you, it's the same thing like writing. You know, you get to go into these characters, you get to go into this world where you could show off to people that it's just different, man. It's so
Right.
I don't know. I
Absolutely.
love it. I love it overall.
So what do you feel was your breakthrough as a screenwriter, and what is your breakthrough in all aspects of film, because you do more than one thing? So I guess let's start off with the screenwriting aspect. What was your breakthrough there? Or have you reached your breakthrough yet? Or is it just a small piece of a breakthrough that you felt like you've reached so far?
um, I would say everything is my breakthrough. You know what I mean? Like as far as like when I first started writing, like the series I said before was called Type Zero. Type Zero, that was a breakthrough to me when I wrote that first episode. I was like, oh, okay, dang, I made it. This is it. You know what I mean? It's, when you
Yeah.
feel like you got a real good project on your hand, you're just like, yeah, this will do. But of course, I've never shot Type Zero yet, so that's a thing. But I said yet. Uh, but then when I started shooting things like Mama's Boy or um, and Control and the Last Sound that you and I worked on, like the Last
Right.
Sound, I would say is probably that big project where that was like that breakthrough, because I was just like,
Yeah.
geez, this is this is an amazing job right here. Like
Right.
everything, like you know
But
what I mean, like.
it felt good from day one. It felt good on the day of the set. Everyone was
Mhm.
prepared. Everyone had good energy. It like making an attempt at a film one time with you, and then seeing the way we did The Last Sound makes me know that it was like divine timing of us getting our feet wet in the industry that way.
Right, right, right. You know, and there's a lot of things where it came down to, of course, as you know, like there was been a lot there were some challenging times when it came down to the last sound.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about all those challenging times is basically what makes us into better filmmakers, because we can say that we went through this, there was a challenge that was here, and we still went ahead and overcame that and got a project done very
Right.
well in multiple film festivals, won multiple film
I
festivals, no
think we're
matter
up
what the situation was.
to 17 or 18 film festivals and at least 15 wins, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a good amount. There's a good amount.
It's a lot. Not trying to brag, guys, but we racked up. We racked up quite a bit.
Exactly, man. But that's just because we believed in the project. I feel like if people believe in their work, and a big thing I would always go ahead and say is don't settle. You know what I mean? Like whatever you see that you can do, you just understand that you can always do it better.
No,
At the end of the
absolutely.
day.
And I think for the last sound, if there was a problem, we quickly found a solution. We didn't stay on the problem like, oh my God, how are we going to solve this? Like, I think for filmmaking, for screenwriting, anything in the medium of film when you're writing or even having to get certain shots and placements, it's like you got to just find solutions. It's not about dwelling on the problem. It's realizing that there is one and then finding a solution. And I think we were able to accomplish that. And that's probably why we feel so good about the last sound and the run it's on. It's like we didn't let the little hiccups we had stop us. It's like, all right, let's find a solution.
Exactly. And we got some major news, but I ain't gonna say it yet.
Oh, no. For
I ain't
sure.
gonna say
I mean,
nothing
this
till
is